What's going on, my wrestling gurus, and how's everyone doing? Now, in this episode, I'm going to discuss another WWE superstar, and this guy name is Rey Mysterio 619. Now, I know he's not on TV currently because he's on the injury list, and that really sucks. Some wrestling fans says I'm not a big fan of him. I totally understand. I'm not a big fan of him either. Now, when he first debuted in the WWE, it was awesome. I never, I heard of Rey Mysterio back in the WCW days, and I was really surprised that he jumped ship. Well, technically he didn't because at the time, WCW was no longer with us. He debuted in the W in '02, and it was awesome. He had a good match versus Kurt Angle in the SummerSlam, and other good matches like versus Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace, Chavo, and other superstars. He teamed up with Batista. They were tag team champions. Even RVD, one of a kind. What else? He won the Rumble '06. That really was a good moment, but the real reason he won the Rumble because Eddie Guerrero passed away October of 2005. He won Mania 2006 in Chicago, Illinois, the triple threat match between current champion at the time, Kurt Angle, and the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. I wish the match was a little better, but it's what it is, what it is. Probably the original plan was probably Kurt Angle was going to retain or Randy Orton before Eddie Guerrero passed away, but it's what it is, what it is. And he won the Fatal 4-Way, I forget what year it was, when he beat Jack Swanger. It was a very stupid ending. He just went on top of him and he got the win. Come on now, a little guy beat a big guy. That makes very stupid sense. And I hate when they say it. He's a giant killer. It's stupid. Come on. Big Show could wipe the floor with Rey Mysterio if that was a real fight, but this is WWE world, but it's what it is, what it is. Now, I'm not too sure if I mentioned this already. I am not a huge Rey Mysterio fan. Yes, I buy the Rey Mysterio DVDs. I don't mind watching that stuff. Um, do I buy the Rey Mysterio t-shirts? No, I do not. But DVDs, I don't mind watching it. I love his very first one when he has the documentary, how it all started. And all good stuff. So, let me continue about this Rey Mysterio. Now I'm going to discuss about his injury. We have not seen Rey Mysterio on TV since February 4th, 2013. Almost a year already. It will be 2014 before you know it. It sucks. Probably the reason he's hurt a lot the last few years because he do his high flying stuff, and he's getting older, and he cannot do that stuff match after match after match. He just gotta change his whole style. He will do that? Well, do you think he will do that when it come back? Time will tell. I don't think it's gonna happen. The cool thing was back in the day, and I love that, especially when they have a hot superhero movie coming out. I'll give you a quick example. WrestleMania 27, when he faced Cody Rhodes, he had a Captain America um, um, gimmick, suit, and it was awesome, and I loved it. He's the only WWE superstar who does that, and it was a unique, something different. And back in the WCW days, he did the same thing. Halloween Havoc '97. I don't know if that was part of like a movie. I think it was. I'm reading it online. That was a good match, great feud. Then he took off the mask in WCW. Then when he joined WWE, he put the mask on. That makes no sense. We all know what Rey Mysterio looked like, but I guess um, probably he thinks that WWE fans don't remember how he looked like in WCW days, so he wanted to take a chance and put the mask back on, and he got rid of the junior part. It don't matter, just the name, but he was very, very good in the ring. Don't get me wrong. You know, he's a lot better than Sakara. I know Sin Cara is injury prone, and that is not a good thing, you know. So I know Rey Mysterio wants to go back in the WWE action, you know, in the ring. Now I want to ask you a question about wrestling rules before I read this article. Once he come back, do you think he gets another title run, any kind of title run, or do you think that title run is over for him? Time will tell. You could answer that question if you want to. But for my sake, if you come back, just make him like a part-time wrestler, like Taker or whatever, because he's getting older and his body cannot take high-fly moves like they when he used to be younger. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. You know, will he be a Hall of Famer? Time will tell. All good stuff. But he has some great feuds. But Rey Mysterio. I'm sorry. I'm kind of screwing up here. He had a great feud with Kurt Angle, um, Chavro. I think Dean Malenko back in the day. He's a lot better when he faces a different opponent and when his own size. When he faces like bigger guys, it's not very good, you know, on paper. You know what I'm saying? I know this is W fantasy world, and he's a face supposed to face like kill the bigger giants. I don't like that gimmick, but it's what it is. What it is. Um, okay, let me read this article. Then you give me your opinions and all that stuff. Okay, as note, Rey Mysterio may be out of action until 2014 while he wants on his knee to strengthen, unlike he passed where WCW and WWE have put heavy pressure on him to return. This time around, Triple H has been very good with him. That's a good thing. Telling Mysterio not to rush things and putting zero adding pressure on him. So what's your thoughts about the article what I just read about Mysterio? So my theory on it's kind of good. It's not really pressuring him, Triple H. So he might be back sometime in 2014, maybe beginning of 2014, maybe around Rumble time. I'm not really too sure. Now, do you think this is his last run in WWE? Time will have to tell. But if you want to read this article for yourself, the article will be down below in the description box. So check it out for yourself. Um, you know, I like the masks every pay-per-view and Raw. You know, it's kind of neat. You know, and he has some great feuds with Y2J back in the day of WCW. Plus, in the WWE days when he faced for the IC belt. You know, those two guys have great chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Um, Y2J or AK Chris Jericho is not really a heavyweight. You know, back in the day he was part of the cruiserweight. So, so those guys have a great chemistry. So that's just my opinion. I really wish, Rey Mysterio should have hung it up like a while ago. But if you watch old school WCW DVDs, he's like flying everywhere. You know, like He did a 619 and Coast to Coast and all of his stuff. I forget what move he did in WCW, but if you think of, I think it was a lot better in WCW because you could go out because they have a lot more cruiserweights. In WCW, did not really focus on the cruiserweights. They focus on the main eventers like the NWO angles, Hogan, Piper, Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? The cruiserweights usually just like kick off the show or something like that because that was awesome to see the Mexican wrestlers and all this good stuff. Once WCW went under, W took some of their superstars on their company, and now what happened to the rest of the guys? So, and it was awesome, and I think was it like Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman had a few, or did they team up back in the day? I'm not too sure because I didn't follow um, WCW until they had the NWO angle. I know that's kind of sad, but that one really caught my eye, and probably most of the wrestling fans was the same way. They won't admit to that because they always say I'm WCW for life. So I have no beef with any old school WCW fans. I was a old school WF/W fan. I stick with one company. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's just my theory. But let me get back with it, Rey Mysterio. Now, there's a lot of rumors go around. It's just rumors, okay? Please don't get mad at me. They might make another Rey Mysterio TV. Why? He has not been on TV since February 4th, 2013. There's nothing also do footage of. His very first one, the DV, was freaking awesome. They show his home. They show his surgeries he had when he was out of action for W. I think if you watch the older W DVs, he had 5 knee surgeries. I don't know how many knee surgeries he had recently. So what does that do? He does this high flyer stuff, and that really take the toll. Rey Mysterio, if you're listening, I doubt it. Take it easy. Just hang it up. I mean, maybe make one more appearance on the Rumble. Just do some high spots. Don't win the Rumble like you did in '06, and then hang it up. Maybe they'll put you in the Hall of Fame. Maybe not. Probably they will because you did a lot for the company. You're good for the kids. You're like a John Cena. I mean, for my theory. You're not big at John Cena, but you're still good a good pop. That's why you never ever will turn heel. Can you imagine wrestling gurus that Rey Mysterio turn heel? It won't work because a little guy cannot kick ass against the big guys. Maybe in the wrestling world, but in real life, hell to the no. But I want to ask you a question, my wrestling gurus. Do you think he looks better with the mask on or without it? For me, it really don't matter. He just gotta be have good wrestling skills. He had a great match against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 27. Of course, he lost, but it's still a good match. He had also a good match with Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam '09 for the IC belt and other great competitors. I prefer he face guys his own size than guys like Brock Lesnar, Big Show, Hugh Morris. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but other guys are oversized. It ruins the match. But probably you guys don't agree with me with that department. But they say he's gonna come back sometime in 2014. But if I have another update, probably make another video on this podcast. I don't know, maybe not. But if he come back, that's great. Oh yeah, he had a little feud with the Rio. But that was a okay feud. That was a little. I wish it was a little longer, but Rey Mysterio got hurt, and that's why the party had to scrap the idea or change the plans on that. But that's about it, really. So I like to hear your opinions. your thoughts. And before I end this, if you want to read that article, once again, the article will be down there in the description box. So have a good one. Thanks for listening, and I'll do more of these. Tony, thanks for again for the awesome Rey Mysterio picture. Goodbye, my viewers. Have a good one. Peace out.